And I also have, oh, go ahead.
Good morning, P-Tank family. We were a little distracted with our conversation, but we are a little more focused now. Hopefully, all of you are well. Hopefully, you and your families are well and that you had a great weekend. Good morning, Miss Lane.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
Doing great. Good morning, Mr. Castillo.
Good morning, Ms. Crutch. Good morning, Ms. Lane.
Good
Good.
morning, Delaney. Good morning, Mr. Lee.
Mhm.
All right, let's get started.
All right, let me get this add to the stream.
All right. Our quote of the week is success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. And that's by R. Collier. Our social emotional focus of the month is self-management.
Ms. Crutch, really quickly, I want to say something about this. I think this goes along with some of our students who have fallen behind and are trying to catch up. And they got to think of small steps like this. You will achieve success if you start taking care of the small little things, a few assignments, and so eventually you will achieve overall success. So, all right.
Perfect. Perfect. Good morning, lovely Lace. All right. I see comments now, so this is exciting, but now it's distracting. Castillo, can you talk a little bit about ACT testing?
Sure. We got our makeup ACT test tomorrow morning. We need students to begin arriving here about 8:15. I will be in the process of emailing you today with your room information so you can be ready. Please make sure you charge those Chromebooks. Uh, Make sure you eat well, you have a good dinner, sleep well, and then wake up early tomorrow, have a good breakfast, and then get here on time. We will have a grab and go breakfast and also grab and go lunch at the end. So we really want you guys to do the very best. So those of you that had signed up, you will be the one getting the emails.
All right. Miss Lane, can you give us an update on the fall makeup testing?
Sure. Our first testing date is March 10th, and we'll be testing Math 1, Math 3, and some of the English 2 students. March 10th is Wednesday, so kind of get your mind right about it. It's coming up. Again, same thing. You need to make sure your Chromebook is fully charged before you come, but if it's not, we do have some charging cables, and we'll make sure that you get to take a test. We wouldn't turn you away because of it. If you don't have a Chromebook, we do have a handful of them here. It's not enough to give everyone one by any means, but it's it's for emergencies or for those folks that never checked out a Chromebook. Once testing, this is going to be a longer testing session. I expect it to last 2, 3, maybe even 4 hours. So once your room is finished testing and everybody in the room is done, then we'll return your cell phones and you can call your parents and they can come pick you up.
Miss Lane, what time should they be here?
They should be here at 8:15. And they did most folks received an email. If you didn't get an email with your testing information already, please email me and I will return that email with your information, within a few minutes.
Thank you, Miss Lane.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, just a reminder, if you are not on Parent Square or Student Square, please join. Also sign up parents for a parent portal. That is the device or the app that gives you access to your real-time grades for your students. And then you can also observe your students on Canvas. And that means you'll be able to see the assignments that teachers assign and if your student turned them in or not. So those are the 3 ways that we try to communicate. They all have different purposes. All right, just a reminder about our school improvement team goals. As a school, we analyze data, reflect, collaborate, use high-yield strategies for student success. We try to ensure that students are engaged and connected to school peers, community, to have a safe educational setting, and we effectively use small groups and clubs to meet the needs of students. Thank you for fixing this because I was like, I was tired and I was like, I don't know. Let me go back. So we are in full swing of registration for next year. So this is for rising sophomores, rising juniors, and rising seniors. The course registration information is on the website. There's like a little blue button that says like 2021 course PTANK course registration information, and it lists all of these things. So it has that course catalog, it has the elective cheat sheet, it has the Power School course registration instruction video, and then remember there's two parts to it. The first part, you have to do that registration worksheet. Really, that's like pre-registration, okay? So you choose the grade that you're going into. So if you're currently a freshman, you're going to choose the rising 10th grade. If you're currently a junior, you're going to choose the rising 12th grade. So you complete that first. Then you watch the video and then go to Power Scheduler in Power School and actually choose your classes. If you don't do it in Power Scheduler, you are not officially registered. And then we also are doing our CCP dual enrollment registration, and that registration is due by March 22nd. And there's Miss Luton is not going to accept any applications that are late for CCP. So make sure you do everything that you need to. Make sure you contact Miss Luton if you have any questions. This month is Women's History Month.
I have the video if you want.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember them sending it to me, or at least I missed it or something.
But the link to that video is there, so that's the one.
I think it's an old one. I don't think they sent me one yesterday.
Okay. We can go
It's also a bully awareness month. So I think that's an old video, Mr.
Okay, no problem.
All right, our attendance is still hanging around in that 80 range. We did do a little better last Wednesday, but we did something a little different last Wednesday. Really, really important, ladies and gentlemen, that you go to class. Parents, it's really important that your students report to class and that they do the work. So we're still hanging in there. Some improvement for Wednesday, but I can't say it's a great improvement because we did something different. So. All right, Panther shout out time. All right, so this first one is for Mr. Rosas. Mr. Rosas is a very nice man, but he has this very matter of fact attitude. And it's kind of weird because he can straight up say what he wants to say, but he's also very, very caring about it. And sometimes most people that have that matter of fact attitude appear to be not caring, but that is not the case with Mr. Rosas. He's always willing to lend a hand at school, and he always has a very positive attitude. So, Mr. Rosas, thank you for everything that you do.
Yeah, and I'll say that too. I mean, he's also not afraid to ask questions when he's unsure, and that's always a real strength, I think, to any educator to make sure he wants to make sure he's doing right. So I do appreciate that. And just one shout out for him. I think this past Friday was his wedding anniversary. So happy wedding anniversary to him and his wife.
Congratulations, Mr.
Happy
Rosas.
anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, happy anniversary. I think Mr. Rosas, one of the things I really appreciate is that he really communicates with his parents too. He's like reaching out, trying to touch base with the kids and their parents. And then if you want something done right, like following every procedure, that you can ask Mr. Rosas because he makes sure things are done correctly. And then I want to just go, circle back to his kindness. Mr. Rosas volunteers for almost every activity that we do. And I appreciate that. It really means a lot to me that somebody cares about not just the school, but also the kids so much that they spend their time when they're not supposed to be at work coming in and doing the little extra things. He volunteers. He, is willing to pitch in. He'll help clean up. He'll help set up. All of those things that sometimes it's hard to get people to do. He's always there and willing to do it. And happily, he never complains. He never says a negative word at all. It's always, loving kindness, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And so Mr. Rosa says, thanks. Lovely Lace says he is truly helpful and caring. Now, Mr. Lee said, what about YAM? Anybody know what that is?
I'm not into that young lingo.
It's too young for our blood,
The only
right?
thing I know is yams, but I don't think that's what he's trying to say.
I don't know what he's trying to say. He's gonna have to give us some straight words or something. All right. I will say the other cool thing about Mr. Rosas, if you like on Facebook with him and his family take like the coolest pictures like ever. I'd be like, dang, I wish I could take pictures like that. So that's also another fun fact about Mr. Rosas.
Yeah. All right. Next person.
All right. Next one goes out to Miss Woodley. Miss Woodley is one of our EC teachers, and she has an excellent relationship with her parents, and she pushes her kids to grow each and every day. She always exhibits this can-do attitude, and she makes sure she meets the needs of her students. Her students are doing some amazing things, and I'm so excited and very proud for Miss Woodley to be able to join our team. So thank you, Miss Woodley, for all that you do. She makes sure that she differentiates for each one of her kids, and she talks to her parents just about every day. So thank you, Miss Woodley, for all that you do.
Yeah. And I agree. And I think from day one, she's like, I want to get these kids to do extraordinary things, and really has been pushing them to do that. And, you know, just like each time expecting more and more of her kids. And then they're pretty much, you know, living up to that. So
Absolutely.
kudos to her and Mr. Harrell.
Yep, I think that Mr. Castillo hit it right on the head right there. She hit the ground running from the first day, like immediately taking charge, handling business, making sure that her students had what they need. And then as we transition to a remote status, then she's even done more, like how making sure that everyone has what they need, willing to just put herself out there as well. And I'm really proud of everything that she and her team have done, because she doesn't do it alone. She has some great support as well, but she is really kind of blossomed down on that hallway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So YAM is Youth Art Month. So March is Youth Art Month. So we got to make sure we add that in. So
yeah, we definitely. And so actually Mr. Lee talked about, and I think on Thursday, that's what we're going to talk about. Mr.
okay,
Lee.
good deal. So Educators Drinking Coffee is going to be all about Youth Art Month. Very cool.
All right. Cool.
I thought he was trying to feed us talking about a yam. I didn't know what he was talking about.
Whoa, Nolan Matthews.
Yes.
Go Nolan.
Yes.
Howard Forge School of Ancient Craft. It's a trade school. Wow.
Absolutely.
That is something really cool.
That is amazing. And just a reminder, folks, again, when we're talking about post-secondary education, we're talking about anything that requires a high school diploma. And so trade school, community college, four-year college, junior college, all of those things count. Military service, all those things count. So congratulations, Nolan. We are so very proud of you.
Yes, Nolan. I knew he was really into metalworking and metal forging. I'm so happy for him. He's a perfect fit.
That is very cool. Very cool.
All right, so I didn't have any more scholarships, so I just want to remind these seniors that Ms. Huff is available to help with scholarships. Her email address is right there, ehuff@ecpps.k12.nc.us. So make sure you set an appointment with her, and she'll help you work on those scholarships.
Awesome.
Our total right now, we're still standing at, I think it's $655,800, if I have that remembered correctly. I was off a little bit. $655,200, and so that is 44% toward our goal. We're almost at 50%, folks. So send those scholarship dollars amounts in and college acceptances in.
All right. So last month we did our administrative challenge question of the week, and
loser of challenges, really.
Yeah, I couldn't think of any other nicer way to put it.
Yeah, that's not nice at all.
So Ms. Crutch, you did have a whopping 5 points over 4 questions. So I'm still taking. It was last week is a bit of a challenging week to get things done, but one of the suggestions we have is for you to come to school with like hair all curled up. I just don't know if that's enough of what you need to do. So anybody out there, if you
Wear colors all day.
yeah, I would do it too if I had hair. I lost. But if anybody has a challenge there that for Ms. Crutch to do, please submit it, and we'll get her by the end of the week, and we have her do it next week. Now we are going to start the month of March. So, Mr. Lee, if you're out there, please share the question.
All right.
We
new
all.
game, new game. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a new game.
Yeah.
I love trivia games.
Me too. Let's see. I know we're on a slight delay just in case anything slips out, but
Okay.
okay, so here it is. Mrs. Whitby, Connie Whitby, loves chicken wings. The best part to her is the wingette, the flat. How many wingettes? Sorry, I'm not. Does she eat weekly? Oh wow, this is pretty detailed.
Very detailed. And this Woodley is a woman after my own heart. I like wingettes too, and I like the flat part. I don't like that other part. What is that called? I don't know what it's called.
We call it the other part, the chub, that looks like the little teeny tiny chicken wing or
Right.
the little chicken leg.
Yeah, I prefer the flat part or the wingette, which I didn't know that was what it was called, because I thought all of them were wingettes. But hey, I'm trying to stall because I don't know how in the world I'm gonna answer this
Well,
question.
You.
I just met Miss Whitby like last week. She actually came in to help on Friday, and I didn't realize that she was a little shorter. On all the pictures I've seen, she looked a little taller, and she's petite as well. So I don't know how many wings she'd be eating.
Oh, so we'll let you guess first.
I'm gonna say 35.
This is for a week's worth, right? Yeah. Lane, or you want me to go?
You can go ahead.
All right, guys, you throw out that number. I'm just gonna throw out a number like 20. And that's just very random.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of think about things. Like, I bet she eats wings 2 or 3 times a week, probably 6, 7 wings a time. So I'm gonna say, I don't want to say 21, but I'll say 26.
26. Okay. All right, Mr. Lee. Tell us the answer to how many wingettes Miss Whitby eats on a weekly basis.
Dun, dun, dun.
I will say though, it's been a cool way to learn about people.
Yeah.
Just certain things. I'm just like, man, I had no idea. So it's just nice, cool little fun facts.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What? And then what do you do with the chubs? Like somebody else in your house eats them? Like, what do you do with them? Because you can't call a restaurant and say, I only want the flat part. Can you? Can you do that? Anybody know? Because I will do that from now on. Because I don't like the other part.
Maybe it's like her significant other eats the other half. Kind of like Jack Sprat could eat no fat. They share it. I don't know.
Wow.
All I know is I won. So that's a nice start.
That is. That's it. You do start with 3 points. So
Right.
month of March. So all right.
All right. You can. What restaurant is that, Miss Shula? I'm gonna do that from now on. These folks gonna be aggravated with me because I didn't think you could do that. I thought that was like being a little bit too picky. So cool. Where do you do that, Miss Shula, so I can make sure I do that next time? Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Miss Shula said yes, you can ask for all flats for chicken
That's cool.
wings. She'll tell me later. We're not gonna blow it up. Then everybody's gonna be doing that, right?
Yeah.
All
The
right.
rest of us are gonna be happy.
Exactly. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today. It is. Isn't it CTE month as well? Or that was last month?
I'll be on. I think it was last month.
I think it was last month. I think we did do a shout out last month.
Yeah.
But Miss Schuler made me think of it. Well, either way, CTE month was last month. Last week was social worker month. So I don't know if Midge is listening to me this morning, but we appreciate everything that you do for us. And then there's something else. There's some other recognition, but I can't remember right this
That's
moment.
next month. Next month is Columbian Assistant Principal of Northeastern North Carolina month.
Okay, we'll keep that
Wow.
up.
Yeah, very precise.
Very specific. Okay. All right, guys. Just a reminder. Thank you for everything. We are virtually unstoppable. Have a good day.
Bye.